Hello dear students. Today we will see the difference between two terms. Rather they sound similar. The two terms which are used in parasitology, they are auto-infection and retro-infection. So for that we will go to the life cycle of a parasite which is commonly called as the pinworm. Its taxonomic name is Enterobius vermicularis. It is a helminth. And this is a helminth that primarily lives in the intestine of man. That is, it lives in the ileum and cecum of human intestine. So this is a worm. The adult worms live in the human intestine. They undergo mating in the human intestine, and what happens is that after mating and fertilization, the female adult worms and the ova migrate to the anal area of humans. So from the ileum and cecum, they will go to the anal area of humans, and this takes place mostly at night time. And there she lays thousands of eggs. So she lays thousands of eggs in the perianal area. So what happens? This migratory behavior and egg laying, it will cause itching in the perianal area of this human being, of this human host. And the eggs hatch near the anal area. That also leads to itching in the perianal area. That is called perianal pruritus. So what happens? The person scratches the perianal area using his fingers, and this leads to contamination of the fingers. And if with this contaminated finger, without properly washing hands, if there is a chance of infection through food, what happens? From the fingers, these eggs will be ingested by the same human being. So from his anal area, he is taking up the eggs again. That is what is called as auto-infection. Now when these eggs are ingested, they will take about 1 to 2 months to develop into adult worms in the small intestine. So when they are in the ileum and cecum, they do not cause symptoms, but again when the life cycle starts and when the females, they come to the perianal area and start egg laying, the person will experience pruritus, and he scratches, contaminates his fingers, and there is a chance of infection. From his fingers, the eggs can be ingested by himself. That is what is called as auto-infection. That is from anus to the mouth of the same person, thereby restarting the life cycle of the worm. Sometimes you can see that the larvae which got hatched in the anal area of this human being, these larvae sometimes migrate back to the rectum and they go back to the small intestine and begin life cycle again. This is called as retro-infection. So here there is no involvement of this person. Here the larvae themselves migrate back into the rectum and to the intestine from the host anal area and restart their life cycle. That is what is called as retro-infection. So again we take a quick look. Here we start with the life cycle. That means the eggs will be there in the perianal area of this person, and they can get into his body through auto-infection, through ingestion, and the larvae hatch in the small intestine. There will be formation of males and females. They mature in the intestine. The adults are found in the lumen of the cecum. They undergo mating, fertilization, etc., and these females migrate to the perianal region of this person to lay eggs. And this migration and egg laying causes itching in him. When he scratches using his fingers and nails get contaminated, And with this contaminated fingers, if he happens to ingest food, the eggs can get into his body. That is auto-infection. Sometimes the eggs hatch, larvae emerge, and these larvae migrate back from the anal area to the cecum and ileum. That is called as retroinfection. So when we compare, auto-infection is a type of infection which happens by a pathogen already present within the body. Retroinfection is a type of infection which occurs due to the third stage larvae migrating back to the host. When you take the case of Enterobius, auto-infection occurs from anus to the mouth. Retroinfection occurs from anus back to the colon. So this is through his active participation. This is through the active participation of the host. This is retroinfection by the parasite itself. Auto-infection is usually seen in children than in adults because of the unhygienic behavior, whereas retroinfection is more common in adults than children. So that is how you differentiate between auto-infection and retroinfection.